Alright, how y'all doing, man? This is Kyle, Ike Turner, whatever you like to call me. And this is the If I Know, You Know podcast, where we talk about a lot of different topics, tough subjects, but we also gonna keep it real.
It's your boy Flea Mason. I'm here supporting the bro. If I Know, You Know pod. We just come and give it to y'all how it is.
Got you, man. First, just tell me a little bit about yourself, what you got going on.
Well, again, Flea Mason. I just started my trucking company about 2 years ago. Just working on that, grinding. But before that, it wasn't all, I lived a different life, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute.
Definitely, man. But, current events. We already know Pete Davidson is slamming Kanye's wife, so I feel like everybody been a Pete Davidson or a Kanye at one point in their life, and especially being a man.
Right.
What's your take on the whole situation, what's going on with them?
I'll put it like this. I've been Pete. I just don't know I've been Pete. But I'm pretty sure I've been Pete. But I think Ye reacting kind of wild though, with the whole buying a house across the street from her house. I understand, it's for my kids, and it's not for the kids, I don't really think. But, Ye, he like to do shit for clout, so, it's kind of hard to really, say if that's genuine or not, if it's really for the kids. So, I don't know about that one, though.
That's cap. I feel like that's cap. He got the bread to buy a crib across the street from her, but he trying to watch Duke see if he pull off in one of her cars.
That's how I feel, too. And Pete be out there kid games, soccer games,
we gotta
all
fight.
that.
We gotta fight.
So.
You're not cheering for my son or my daughter at this. Nah. It's not going.
And slamming my wife.
Yeah, and slamming her. Slamming her is one thing, but being at the game cheering though, nah, that's crazy. You're definitely not cheering for him. But I just think, as far as somebody like Pete Davidson, right? You got Kanye West, somebody important. I call him a legend. As far as music, he a legend.
Right.
And then you got this guy not even really a good comedian. You ever feel like some women just get a guy to just, the stand in,
like the sympathy cheek.
He's like a sympathy dick.
I don't know, bro, because Pete had him though. He had a few. What was the other shorty?
Ariana.
Ariana was a good look. This is his third go around with Kim. So he doing something.
Nah, I feel you, but
I know he doing something.
So how you feel about the girl that Kanye with now, that Chanel Jones, the knockoff Kim?
That's Kim. Yeah, I'm about to say that's Kim. That's a younger Kim. But hey man, you can't beat them, join them. Man. You can't get her again. You get somebody that look like her. What he says, 1,000 views is only one of me. That's pretty much what he live it out right now. But I don't know. He wild though. He need to fall back. In my opinion, y'all might feel he good, but I think he need to fall back a little bit.
All right. Last question on the subject. Are we wearing the boots? Are we doing the Balenciaga boots? Don't get me wrong, I'm with the brand name stuff. I definitely like getting fly, but we doing the Doug boots?
Nah, I'm a pass on the boots, bro. The suit, I call them the sanitation boots.
They fake decent though.
Nah.
You don't like them?
I'm a sneaker nigga, so I'm a pass on those. I'm from New York. I've had 2 pair of Timbs my whole life. Yeah.
He's kind of offending me.
Yeah, I know. They're not gonna like that one. The New Yorkers not gonna like that one.
But while we talking about fashion and stuff like that, so I've been out here in Georgia for 6-7 years, and I come from being in New York. There's a lot of sneaker boutiques, stuff like that, or whatever. How you think the sneaker culture, fashion, all that has changed in the past couple of years? Because it came from spending a couple hundred to get them before release to now after release day more. So
I'll probably say this: being a nigga who was really into this shit since I was 13, 14. I've been into sneakers and shit since I was 13, 14. I'd probably say the way shit is now, back in the day it was just easy. You could walk in, grab what you want, get out of there. But now, a lot of shit is online and shit. And you got 7 niggas trying to get 30 pair of shoes a piece and shit like that, which make it harder for the niggas who really want to get the shit and wear it. Like, I buy all my shit and I buy it to wear it. I don't buy nothing, specifically be like, I don't look at shit like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this just to sell it. I've done that, don't get me wrong, like 2014, 15 and shit like that. I made a bunch of money with the sneaker shit, but again, it was easier to get. Now, they might only come out with some shit and make like 200,000 pair. And it's 40 million of us who want a pair. So, like we're talking about with the Burberry and Supreme shit, the t-shirt on Supreme, $80. They selling it $600, $400 and shit. Like, I'm gonna buy it, but
Yeah.
I mean, this shit just hard to get or whatever. So I'll probably say it changed like that. Niggas just got into it.
Nah, definitely. I mean, like, they got a lot of shit I like. There's a lot of good brands coming out. And I feel like back in the day, it was just like I think streetwear is taking over like the whole, as far as like fashion with the clothes and stuff like that. But it just, like with the resellers, like I can't even get nothing, man. Like you got to go to like a group or something like that and then just try to fucking fight somebody for a damn pair of sneakers or something.
That's true. But like I said though, that shit tough because like me, I told you earlier, I dress according to how I feel. Like, if I'm not really feeling it today, you'll be able to tell by what I put on. I put on like just some basic shit, but it'd be some days where I'd be like, yo, I'm in my bag, I'm super happy, I'm feeling good. Let me get dressed. Let me, put some shit on. So I mean, now you pretty much, your clothes and shit now, basically, you dependent on the next nigga because you can't get this shit from the store. He already done got 20 of the shirts, so you gotta fuck with him now. So I mean, that shit just, bro, the whole fashion game, this shit it took off to another level and shit like that. So I mean,
Then we got girls just wearing anything though, bro.
Yeah.
Like they just not putting it together. They're not putting it together well. Like I mean, as far as like fashion, I don't think the brands make you, but it definitely help. A good Supreme box logo, they're. But I mean, I ain't never. I tell you the truth, I never had one piece of Supreme. You know what I'm saying? I got some off-white shit. I just stick to more classic shit, like not
Burberry,
trendy shit.
Prada.
Yeah, Burberry, Prada, Gucci. The known names are just like, because I personally feel like this. You see how they had like all them Dolce and Gabbana shoes and stuff like that? Like that shit was trash to me. But people thought it was fire, and you go get one of those right now, and it don't hit the same, So I just think like more of the classic shit still going to prevail on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that shit is timeless pieces though. Like shit like Burberry, that shit's timeless. Like that ain't going nowhere. You got a lot of new shit that come and go. Like no disrespect to Barium, but Vlone, like Vlone came and had a run, and now it's like
in Georgia,
niggas burnt it out and shit with it. So that was kind of like, yo, I kind of look at Vlone now. I'd be like, y'all going to get robbed. It's kind of like y'all struggling right now. Niggas up top probably still win, but I'm only talking about fashion here. Like, let's get that straight. I don't know about everywhere else, but I know in Georgia, that's pretty much how it should be going. So I don't know. You better pick another game.
Nah, what it is, it's definitely different because I done came down here with a whole bunch of big coats, jackets. Probably got them off like 3 times. I had to reevaluate my drip, get it right. But it's hard because it's just like, I seen a guy, he had like a Lacoste shirt with some Adidas track pants and some boots, and he thought he was killing it. I wanted to stop him, but it's each his own. I feel like anybody should be able to wear what they want to wear. Like ain't no judge or whatever, but it's definitely changing with like the fashion, people getting fly. Like I got this whole little ensemble from, I want you to blank that too. Damn, I should have said
I want you to blank that.
Look, I got this whole ensemble from Zara, like the shirt, the thermal, the pants, Timbs. But it just with more and more clothes coming out, it just seemed like shit just get trendy.
Yeah,
You just gotta grab that classic shit, like. But
a lot of this shit be bozo shit too. Like a lot of this shit just look. I don't know. Like you saw a little baby with the leather, the motorcycle.
he be hit or miss though.
Shit on. Yeah, he be more miss than hit though. I feel like you could tell. I look at it like this, right? You could tell when they really getting money, when they getting like top tier money because they start
Dressing
wearing
outrageous.
weird shit. Like like they start wearing weird shit.
Because they got the designers whispering in their ear, like,
yeah,
put this on.
No, nah, we're not. I'm not doing that. A lot of shit. I feel like a lot of the dudes be wearing female clothes. I do be feeling like that though. Like a lot of shit, like cheetah print, tight ass t-shirts and shit like that. Like the sandals. The sandals that the chicks
The
be
furry
wearing.
joint?
Yeah, like I be seeing all type of shit like that.
No,
you
we're
know
not
what I mean?
doing those.
Yeah, and fashion could be, it's like art, it could allow you to express it or whatever, but certain shit I just feel like it's like, nah.
Men's sandals don't come with fur on it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna stand on that.
I agree too. I mean, I don't never have my toes out. Like, some shit, unless I got some socks on too with my Nike slip and some shit like that, but other than that, nah, I ain't going for it.
Alright. Your top 5 flyers people, period.
Ever or like in the game
Just
right
period. They could be in the game, they could be out of the game, they could have fell off. If they fell off, you can note that too though.
Alright, I say Fab when he let Emily dress him. Because when he dressed himself, I don't know what he be doing.
Yeah, the problem.
I say Fab, Joe, Fat Joe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Joe Budden. He's wild.
No, they got a whole Instagram page, some shit with him. But him, Fat Joe, I like the old Michael Jordan, how he used to come with the swishy suits.
We not doing that, bro. He got the big jeans.
That's why I said the swishy suits, the old Michael Jordan back in the day. I like that Mike.
Yo, he was
Don C. And I probably say Kid Cudi. Yeah, I probably.
Kid Cudi lost me with the dress. You losing me with the all right. This is the whole thing. I don't want nobody to get this misconstrued. I have no problem with a man wearing a dress. That's his own personal thing. But I'll just say where you going with it? If you got on the dress, what your lady supposed to wear? Matching dresses? She gonna wear the pants. Like I said, I'm not against it. I'm not here to bash no community. Let's get that straight. I'm not bashing no community. You open to wear what you want to wear. You can do whatever you want to do. But I'm just not for. I don't think a man should wear a dress. The only people I'm giving them a pass on wearing a dress is like them Scottish guys that used to wear the kilts because they'll kill.
Don't the Mormons wear too though, I think, right?
I'm staying away from the religion, so if they wear a dress, I was unaware of it at the time, and more power to any Mormon that has on a dress.
Okay, I respect it, but yeah, I probably say they're my top. But shit, I mean, it's been some days when it comes to this shit, I ain't have a choice. Like I had to put on, whatever I had, which was a little early in life, before I started doing my thing or whatever and shit like that. But shit, now I feel like, man, I wake up now, jeans, sweater, t-shirt, hat, sneakers. I'm a sneaker person before I was, like, somebody's like, yo, are you into fashion? I would say, nah. I'm into sneakers. Like, you into fashion. You got the pieces.
We ain't gonna do that.
You got the pieces.
I mean, I feel personally like I fell off. I feel like I
fell off or fell back?
No, I'll be honest, I fell off because a lot of stuff passed me by. But it's like a lot of stuff is just like perfect example, like everybody was doing the ball main, but ball main ain't nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at a certain point, it ain't even gonna be what the name of your jeans is. It's gonna be like how your jeans look.
Yeah, that's how it's always been for me.
Because it's like this, like you could wear some 501 Levi's and still shimmy, you feel what I'm saying? With the right outfit, but it's just like, now it's just like, I'm not spending $2,200 on some jeans.
Yeah, nah, I can't. I think the most I ever spent on a pair of jeans was probably, I got some Mary jeans or whatever. It was like $1,200. I'd never do that shit. I don't even know where they at.
You know what kind of car I gotta be driving to have on $1,200 jeans? And I'm not shitting on nobody. Like, the $1,200, that's very close to a mortgage. That's very close.
That's more than the mortgage on my house. My mortgage is $1,160. And my jeans was more than that. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's just like this. Like, don't get me wrong. I spent ridiculous amounts of money when it came to the drip, but I'm just not doing it no more because, you know, certain shit is growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my grown man shit. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. I've been did whatever multiple, I don't want to say niggas, but multiple black men did. So it's just like, I'm not really trying to, I'm not chasing nothing. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of different. Like, I see people, they got $1,000 jeans on there. Like, most people I know, like, no disrespect, like, there's a couple guys I know that's dripping hard in New York. They got their bread, but it's just like, most of them got 2 pairs of jeans, a black one and a blue one, and they on their friend couch. And it's just like, I got more important shit to deal with. You know, I got mortgage, we got car notes, got car insurance and shit like that. I'm not laying on nobody's couch fucked up with the drip on. But that's what we going to, like, you know, more important subject. You know, the reason I brought you on this podcast is because I'm trying to change, like, the narrative. You know, we come from a place where most of the people that told us to do the right things, they don't look like us. You know, like, it's usually, you know, you sitting in high school, you know, you probably just got there freshman year, and there's some guy on the stage, you know, whose outfit was probably horrible or didn't look like he came from the community you came from, or didn't really show you nothing. It was like, you know, do this and do this, and large majority of us didn't follow what he said. But I think it's all on. Sometimes they tell you, don't listen to the messenger, listen to the message, but the messenger gotta look like somebody else you're listening to. Like, I'm not gonna listen to a homeless man tell me how to get money. It don't look like you successful in that standpoint. So it just, I brought you in here because, like, you know, you're successful, you got your own business, you know, you taking care of your family, you doing what you gotta do, and it just, where we from, that's a win.
Nice.
You know, like, to me, I made it out. You know, to me, like, if this don't blow up to nothing, if I just do this and, you know, that just be it, then I'm cool with it. You know, if I can stop one kid from, you know, risking their freedom or whatever to do something, then I feel like I won. You know, but as far as my podcast is really to showcase, like, different people that have decided to not be in the cubicle or not be at McDonald's. Like, now everybody got to go get the extra fries and shit like that for somebody in the bag. Like, you could grind, you could hustle. You could spend 6 months, maybe a year, do this, and then, you know, grow into something bigger, you know, and also, you know, drive nice cars and have nice places to stay. And, you know, you don't got to risk your freedom to get it. So we know each other very well, but I didn't know nothing about you starting your own business. So just tell me a little bit about, you know, like, leading up to that. So, you know, where you were born at?
I was born in New York.
You was born in New York, but you moved down here what age?
I moved down here, I was 12.
I moved
to Georgia when I was 12. So I've been here majority of my life and shit like that. I came down here, I was 12. Shit, everything was straight. When I came down here, bro, like, life was just so slow compared to New York over there. Like, you already know what I mean by that. But I came down here, you know, young, everything was straight. I was in school. 14, when I hit 14, my daughter mom, I was in the 9th grade. Yeah, 9th grade. My daughter mom was in the 12th grade.
You had a daughter?
No. Well, she my daughter mom now, but back then, you know, I met her, she was a senior.
Oh, okay. Y'all didn't have a kid at the time.
We didn't have a kid at the time.
Okay.
So, you know, that was my girl. My mom didn't like that. So, you know, she was like, nah, she's too old, whatever. So she ended up putting me out. So now, when she put me out, again, I'm from New York. I've been down here 2 years, I don't know nobody down here. So, you know, now I'm just bouncing around, but I done slept in parks, fucking stores, like, and I still gotta wake up in the morning and go to basketball practice at 5. School start at 7:20. So, you know, a lot of shit I did, you know, I done did a lot of shit that I shouldn't have done. That's why I say I'm not against nobody. Like, if you gotta get a 9 to 5, get a 9 to 5. That's cool. I'm not knocking that. But I also understand that, sometimes y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. and I was put in a situation where I had to do what I had to do. I ended up getting caught up and shit like that. I got caught up with like almost $350,000 in counterfeit money. So so now this a little late. This probably like.
Hold on. We ain't just gonna speed by. What it is, it took a second for me to register. We're not gonna just speed by $350,000 in like counterfeit money. So, what exactly was going on at that time? Like, what was you doing?
So this is like my junior year in high school now. I'm dating this chick. She models in Miami, but she went to school with me. So she would go to Miami or whatever, and she came back and she had some fake money with her. She was like, yes, for a prop or whatever shit. So me, I'm like, let me see this. So I'm like, yo, I could get the bread. I know I could get the bread off, but it had to be some shit like that deal with cash, like a barbershop or some shit like that. So I just started going to like cash places, and I might go to Sonics, like let me get a number 3, and like add 2 of the. Order be like $30. I know they deal with cash. So I'd be like, yo, I pay with the fake bill or whatever, and then they give me the change. Now I got real money now, so I'm like, oh shit. And then after that, I ended up meeting another guy, and he was like, yo, I could show you how to do this. So he ended up showing me how to make it. So then I started, fucking with that, and one day we was driving, and we got pulled over. I had a bag in the back with the money in it or whatever and shit like that. So I was fighting that case. I got out on bond.
So you got locked up?
Yeah, I got locked up for that. I got out on bond, and the whole time I got locked up, again, I'm still playing ball. I'm in school playing ball or whatever and shit. I graduated in 2009. So when I graduated, I had this case still on me or whatever and shit. I was still fighting it or whatever. I ended up going to school to play ball for 2 years. So I went to school to play ball for 2 years. I still got this case. I ended up going to court. They sentenced me to 10 years, served 3. So I took a 10 to 3. The first plea was like 20 to 15, which I wasn't about to take that. Yeah, so I ended up doing that or whatever. And shit, I paroled out early. I did a year. Came home early. I came home, I worked. I always had a job and shit. That's how we met. I worked, I had a job, and then when the pandemic happened, I just sat down one day with one of my bros, and he was like, yo, we gotta figure some shit out. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, yo.
What y'all was about to do?
Yeah, I'm like, what you mean? Like, you got some bread? At the time, I was doing this network engineering job, which I got just out of the blue. I didn't know shit about it, and they trained me and cool. They took a chance. It worked out. I was making it was a decent job. I was making probably like 70. So I went from making like $18 an hour in the warehouse to making like $70,000 a year, transitioning into the field, and they were just showing me how to do everything. So he was like, bro, you got some bread? So I got a couple dollars. Like, yo, get a truck. So I'm like, I bet. And shit, I was on a plane to Orlando to look at a truck like 2 weeks later. I ain't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it.
So you was looking at a truck before you even knew what you was gonna do with it? Or
yeah.
Did your man know anything as far as like what
he drove a 53, so he ain't had nothing to do with it.
No, but he already knew somewhat the game.
Yeah, he knew. He knew about trucks, let's say that. But when you dealing with the 53 and then the 26, it's a totally different game. Like shit, like night and day.
But that when you to somebody that don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about a 53 and a
18 wheeler.
Okay, that's an 18 wheeler. And what's the 26? 26 is
the one right under that. The one under that.
So smaller truck.
Yeah, and I was looking at it and shit. I ended up flying out to Orlando or whatever and shit. My girl at the time, she was like, yo, I think you should do it. I ain't have all of the bread. I ain't have all the money. I had like, the truck was 30,000 or whatever and shit. I had 16, so I was short. So my girl at the time was like, yo, what I'll do is I'll give you 5. So she ended up giving me 5. I financed it, and bro, from there I just took off.
All right, so In total, how much was the truck worth? How much?
In total, the total price was 30, but I didn't need a, only way I needed 30 was to buy it outright.
Yeah.
So what you could do, you could finance. I could have financed with 3,500, but if I would have financed with the 3,500, my note would have been 22. So, I was just like, I'm gonna just put down as much as I can. That way my monthly expense would be cheap as hell. Because again, I didn't know what I was getting into. Like, I didn't know, I never even drove a truck.
So, at this time, you just got like regular license. You don't know what's going on.
That's it.
But now you got a truck.
Now I got a truck.
So he ain't say like, all right. So because I know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard or just general knowledge is like you gotta do shit with the DOT or whatever. So how does that work?
I didn't know, and again, I didn't know nothing about that because he didn't tell me that. But after I got the truck, I started contacting people. Like I would go like to warehouses. Like I went like 2 warehouses, talk to them. And that's when I found out about the DOT situation. So that's when I started to, just get online. You go to DOT is the Department of Transportation for everybody who don't know. So, one thing you gotta do, you gotta get your DOT number, you gotta get your MC number, you gotta get all of that before you can even, get on a road to work, like do work for hire, like with Amazon or some shit like that. You gotta get all of that together and shit first.
Okay, so just so we clear, right? You spent how much on the truck?
20
to get it.
To get it, I put down 21,000. Yeah. I only needed 35 though. I only needed 3,500.
So you took the initiative to pay more.
Yeah.
But in actuality, you could have just spent
35. Yeah.
3,500.
And that's the dealership that I went to. They got dealerships. If your credit right, you won't have to put down no money. And so it's all about your credit at the end of the day. Like. If your credit is alright, you don't gotta put down no bread. You could just go to a dealership like a car. And that's when you start talking about that or whatever. But yeah, bro, I started an LLC and I hit the road after that.
Gotcha. So alright, so you got your so most people don't know is what's an LLC?
A limited liability company.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's
your business. And shit like that. So anything you do, you get your business name, you do all of that, and it's easy to set up, get an EIN number and everything like that. All that shit easy.
Okay, so alright, so boom, you got your truck, you put 21,000. You could have just put 3,500, but you had more at the time.
Yeah.
It was available to you at the time.
Yeah.
So, but let's just keep it at 3,500. For anybody at home, you could have did this with 3,500. Your credit is good. You could have did it with $0.
Right.
All right. So you start your LLC. What that cost you?
I think I might have paid like 200.
All right. So right now we at about $4,000. 3,500, 200. That's 3,700. We blow that. Pair of Mary Jeans is 2,200. But let's keep it going. So look. So you got your LLC. You got the truck. So now. So now we're going to DOT. So what's that like?
So here's what I would say, right? If you just coming in, you don't even gotta go through all of that. You could run under somebody else's DOT.
Is that legal?
You good. You leasing on to them. So you could lease on to them, which is, I would recommend that if you just now, about to start and get in the game. I recommend running under somebody else. That way you could really get a feel for it and see like, is this something I really want to do? Again, me, I ain't know nothing about leasing on or nothing, so I just jumped in head first.
So you had basically like a fake mentor.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so now you running under somebody else shit. Are they charging you or something like that?
Well, they can. I ended up getting my own authority and I ended up fucking it up. One of my drivers, he got caught. They pulled him over. They smelled weed. That fucked me up. So I run under my bro authority now, but I run under his authority for free. Just because, we came up together. I looked out for him. Like, hey, I know where to stay. Shit like that, I looked out. So, You know, that's how. But any other time, people might charge you like 10% of what you make per week, which I mean, it ain't really nothing right now. Shit, I probably make like off one truck. I probably make because I got two. I don't know if you know that I got two.
I didn't know you.
Yeah,
had
I got two.
Oh, so you doing your fucking thing?
Yeah, so I got two. So off the truck that I drive, which is the lazy truck, because I don't really do too much work. But I probably make probably like 3,000 to 5,000 off of that per week. But the truck that I hired a dude and I got him driving, that truck probably make like anywhere between 6,500 and like 8,000
a week.
Yeah. So I mean, but you know, you gotta factor in gas. So you know, gas for the week, I might use like 700-800 for the week. So you know, you'll take that out of the 6,000 and shit like that. So now I'm at like what 5,200. You know, I pay him $1,000 a week. Okay. So for that week now I'm at 4,200. But shit, that's profit.
Okay, but hold on. So you at 4,200 at the crib.
Yeah.
Essentially at the crib.
Yeah,
like
essentially.
Somebody else is doing what they got to do.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you start this?
Almost 2 years.
So it's almost been 2 years and you making that type of money. And I'm just saying, like, where we from, only trappers, like, and I mean, not even real trappers. Like, the guys selling apes not making that.
No.
The guys, you know, nickel and dime and shit like that, y'all ain't making that. You know, and it's just, all right, so now you got your truck. I heard you say something about you had your own authority, but somebody messed it up. But how do you get one of those?
Well, you just go, you get that one, that's the DOT.
Okay, so how do you get
number,
that?
Your MC number, you go to the Department of Transportation, you go to their website, online, and you click the little bar that asks you, like, basically asks you, like, what you need. And a whole bunch of shit gonna drop down. And, you know, apply for, you know, DOT, MC number, you apply for all of that. Shit, that's it right there. That's pretty much it. What I did, though, was I don't really like dealing with the paperwork part, so I hired a company. They got a company, I can't remember the name off the top.
It's cool, they're not paying us.
I hired a company, I paid them $500, and they did all my paperwork for me. So I didn't really want to deal with it, so they did all my paperwork. Because at first, when I was trying to get the DOT, I did it wrong. That's what ended up, I applied for some other shit. That's what ended up making me hit the company like, yo, I tried this, we'll do it in Word, you know, they said this, and they was like, well, you know, we'll pay $500 and we, you know, you pay us and we handle all of that. And they did. So, you know, I was straight pretty much after that. But I recommend running under somebody.
I mean, especially just starting out, you're trying to get your feet wet or whatever. Yeah. And essentially you got an asset, because that truck, you know, somebody always try to pick that up off your hands. So all right, so now you got a truck. You essentially got your own DOT. Whether you running under that now or not, that's if somebody just starting out. They can run under their own. How much would getting that DOT part, that part cost you? If you don't have an exact number, a ballpark estimate would be good.
I'd probably say probably like $600-700.
All right, so right now, you know, just give or take, we have
5,000.
We have 5,000. We have 5,000. And the only reason I say that is because the median income for a man in America is about $38,000. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think everybody's making a whole bunch of money. The median income is $38,000.
Yeah.
The median income for women is probably 26. You know, 36. I apologize, 36. But it's just like, so you could have really worked essentially, you get what I'm saying? Essentially, you could have worked the 9 to 5, bust your ass, saved some bread, and got that.
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, yeah, that's what I did though. Like when I was at my 9 to 5, I was saving, you know, my bread because I knew I wasn't gonna be there. Like I knew that wasn't my last stop. I just didn't know what else I was gonna do. I was going into the dog shit because I made a lot of money. You know, I made a lot of money breeding or whatever shit. But I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew I was leaving.
Okay.
And you know, shit, when the pandemic happened, it was like a blessing to me because shit, that's when I made the most money in my life that I've ever made legally.
And it's all legit. You good?
Yeah,
work is good.
Now I mean, shit, I I don't worry about nothing now other than the IRS. Like that's, cause you gotta stay on your taxes and shit like that. But I mean, I got people that hire, I hire for that too. The lady that do my taxes and everything like that. So I don't really, shit. I pay it, but I don't really have to worry too much about it.
Sure, man. I think it's really dope because it's like there's so many pitfalls like in the hood that you grow up, you realize like we see a lot. That's the whole thing. Like I think people not getting the point of like, when you young, you see this car, this chain, these sneakers this brother got on, and it just is an automatic take you to, I gotta do this or I gotta do the wrong thing, or like not necessarily like you gotta do the wrong thing, but it's just we our parents tell us go get a job, go to McDonald's. That's the first thing we want to do. We want to give you your working papers and go make $175 a week, and you damn near dying, and you almost get fired because you forgot the extra mayo on somebody's fucking sandwich. And it's just like I don't think that's the only way. And I want to start showcasing stuff like that people you could make money. You could do very well for yourself. Like if you work hard, if you bust your ass before the holidays, do you have to work the holidays? But the holidays is more money, essentially, though.
Facts.
Okay. So now you got your whole business set up, and from what I've heard right now, we under $5,000.
Yeah.
We under $5,000.
Yeah.
So that just goes to all you clowns that's going out. I don't want to call you guys clowns. I just want to make something very clear. I'm not gonna shit on anybody in the street. That's not what this shit is about. I'm not looking down on anybody. But it's like use the funds to get out of the street. That's the whole thing. Like I want to, if I could take one brother that go bust a little check inside or whatever, and he clear whatever money, and he say, yo, like my friend got locked, my homie done died, like there's no retirement plan for the street. There's no I'm about to hang it up or it's over. Excuse me. It's like there's no 401k. There's no backup plan. Like we know how the story plays out. You either go to jail or you get killed, or you go to jail and then you come home and you're a has-been, and then you want to do it. There's a lot of people that's doing what he's doing now at 40, at 45, at 50, after doing whatever amount of time, or their friends is going on. It's not the same situation. Hustle's changed. Like same thing that's busting today ain't gonna be busting tomorrow. And that's just where I think this podcast, the If I Know You Know podcast, that's where we trying to take it. So now, just getting back into that. So you got your business, and your business right now, the tally right now is about 5,000.
Yeah.
But you just told me that there's a possibility you're making 5,000 in a week.
Yeah. Like, so put it like this, right? I still drive. I got 2 trucks. I still drive. Do I drive a lot? Nah, because shit, I like being at the crib. I go to the gym, play ball. I like doing all that. But I do like being on the road, seeing new shit, going new places and shit too. So I will take a little trip, whatever. But it's like this, right? If y'all take $5,000, like the $5,000 that basically I took, even though it was more, but the money I took and invested in my own shit, I got that. I made that money back. Everything I spent or whatever, I made back probably in like, I think 3 days. All of the money I spent on getting my shit together, I made back in 3 days. My first 3 days with the truck that I was on the road.
No experience.
I made it back.
No CDL.
No CDL.
So there's no extra license you gotta take.
Nope.
No class you gotta take. No, none of that.
Nope. You only need the CDL if, let's say you going to like a 28 foot, because then it goes by, it's the weight. Like, the CDL is just the weight. Like, if you're gonna carry 40,000 pounds, then you gotta have a commercial driver's license and shit like that. But if you're gonna do like the 26-foot box truck, the max you can carry is 10,000 pounds. That's basically like driving a big ass U-Haul.
But from me and your personal, like when we talk or whatever, stuff I see you post on the gram, sometimes your truck don't even have nothing like that in it.
No, I picked up, let me tell you, I went from New Jersey to Kentucky for $3,700. You wanna know what I had in the back of my truck? 2 cases of soda. That's it. And to be honest with you, I ain't even had that shit in the back of my truck. It was in the front seat with me in my truck. It was 2 cases of soda. I got to the dude's house. It was a residential drop. I dropped it off, so I'm like, I gotta taste this soda. Like, yo, I gotta taste the soda, because I'm like, if you willing to pay this much, get him, kind of find out it was his wife's soda. They only sell it in Europe. It was his wife's favorite soda. So he ordered it, and when it got here, he needed me to pick it up. And so a lot of times, bro, like, I deliver 1 computer screen and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? It don't always happen like that, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, shit, if it's up there, whatever it is, as long as it's under 10,000 pounds, you can do it without a commercial driver's license.
And really, all right, so bringing it home, is it hard to find work?
Nah, it's not. It'll be hard when you first start out if you're trying to do everything yourself. Like, I did everything myself. So, like I said, I ain't had nobody really give me the ins and outs. So that's how I lost out on a lot of money. But you can hire you a dispatcher, and then while you got your dispatcher, you hired, you also be on YouTube looking up how to dispatch. That way, you got your dispatcher, you pay them whatever you pay them. But at the end of the day, the goal is to be just completely independent. So once you do that shit, you can start. I dispatch my own shit now. Like, I be on in my baby mom sheet. I be on a load board. Like, oh yeah, you know what? Let me call. Yeah, you need it. I'm gonna take this. So I mean, in that cut, the dispatchers pretty much can make way more money than the truck drivers. Cause my BM, she got 8 trucks that she dispatched for. 6 of them are my friends. So they pay her 10% of each load. So if she gets you 3, let's say she gets you 3 loads today, she's getting 10% of every load.
That's fine.
And she got 8 people that she dispatched for.
And she in the crib.
And she's home.
Gotcha.
Well, now she just took a job doing some bank stuff, but that's what she went to school for. She actually has a passion for that. So, that's what she wanted to do. She doesn't have a passion for dispatching. She just did it because it's easy bread.
Okay, so really quick, as far as anything, so basically your dispatcher is making the same money somebody would make at their regular job as a side hustle, essentially.
Yeah, like she probably clear about, on a bad week, she probably clear maybe 4,000 or 5,000 on a bad week. Like the last month.
And that's not her job. That's not her main job.
Nah.
That's not what she do for a living.
No.
That's not what she went to school for.
No.
That's
No.
fine.
She went to school for some other shit or whatever. But yeah, she probably make 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever shit, just because she done built the relationship. So a lot of her loads, she get top dollar for them, shit like that. So I mean, but it's multiple ways y'all can make money with this trucking shit without even owning a truck. Like, all you gotta do is go to YouTube and look up how to dispatch and just watch the videos.
YouTube is your friend. It taught me how to make crab cakes. It can teach you how to make everything else in the world.
They taught me how to change a damn alternator on the car. I ain't know none of YouTube. So I mean, you do all of this shit and yeah.
Yeah, a lot of y'all be like, yo, I'm not an internet nigga, I'm not this, that, and the third. Yo, bro, the internet is your friend, bro. It'll show you how to do stuff. The same way you can look up how to get to that girl house, you can look up how to figure out and take care of your family. But in closing, I just want to ask you something. So, you've been through tough times. You done had situations where you got locked up, stuff like that. How do you feel now, at this point? Because I know you personally. I consider you a brother of mine.
Right.
So it's just like you at this point, family's taken care of. Y'all got a nice spot. What you driving?
I got a Challenger.
But which one though? You don't got the V6.
Nah, I got the V8. I got the 50th edition, 50th anniversary edition. I got a Jeep 2, and I probably have a Tesla by probably 2 weeks, because I'm going to look at one Tuesday.
But this is all from legal money though.
Yeah, it's all from my trucking shit. It's all from that. So
yeah, like I said, I mean, it just seems like a lot of us that we lose focus. But you just said 3 days you made back your investment.
Yeah,
you could have did it in less time or more time, give or take. But do you regret anything about doing it?
Nah, shit.
It's been the best thing you
The
ever
only
did.
thing I regret is really not doing it sooner. But again, I ain't had nobody that, you know, could let me know, like, yo, do this and do that, and this will set you up for the future and shit like that. So, I mean, that's it. But, I mean, everything else, bro, I'm straight, you know. I mean, I deal with bullshit, but so do everybody. It don't matter what job you got. It's some type of bullshit you gonna come into. So, I deal with bullshit on some days, but, you know, as far as the reward, we good, so.
Look, I'd rather deal with bullshit from my own business than somebody else's business. But this is Ike. I'm here with Flea Mason. We at the If I Know, You Know podcast. If I know it, you gonna know. Like I said, this is Ike. I'm here with my boy Flea Mason. We at the If I Know, You Know podcast. We talking about everything. But we definitely gonna get y'all on y'all feet. You know, and we closing up right here. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. You know, it's all love, man. I just want to show them a different way, man. You don't gotta go to jail, you ain't gotta go to prison, you ain't gotta rush your treating. Go get a bag. And the bag is dead, put your hustle into it, alright? Appreciate you coming out.
Take part of this. Do say that. Do say that. You up too.